Good evening, everyone. This is Silver Dad Knows, and thank you for joining me for another evening. So, as you can see, I have a book right here, and this piece is called The New World Order. It was originally published back in 1990, so 34 years ago, and the gentleman who published it is Ralph Epperson. Now, what's shocking about this novel is it warns about what was going to happen in this new world. It warns about the legalization of drugs. It discusses the legalization of gay marriage. It discusses the change in religion, not religion as we know it today, and of course the decline of the American family, the decline of the American dream. And look around, it's happening now. Like, it's happening right now, today, yesterday, tomorrow. It's happening, guys. And a little bit of a backstory about myself. I actually was going to go to law school. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I might still go for it. I just can't wrap my head around the $200,000-$300,000 of debt. But that's a separate issue. What I want to discuss is what I was being taught at these universities. And it's very concerning what I was being taught because it's not helpful, and it's really going to be the crumbling of our society if we keep it up. This is the year I was born, 1994. This coin is not for sale. I've actually never taken it out of its casing. I did buy it at a coin shop some time back. And this is definitely a coin I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, God willingly. And then, of course, my all-time favorites, the Mexican Libertads. I want to have so many of these, but as I say, I can never hold them. I mean, they're in just such high demand. 1972. This is John F. Kennedy. You want to get your hands on these. I mean, this is just awesome, awesome, awesome. They go up in value tremendously, and you want to be looking for these years, 1972 and under, if you can find them. But anyways, going back to me going to university originally, they are degrading what we know as American life, and they are promoting Marxism left and right. I haven't heard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teachers say this. I've heard 7, 8 teachers say this. And it's concerning because these are the people who were teaching me about legal studies, teaching me about the law. And if anybody knows about communism, it's me, because I studied it for 2 years. Communism is promoted as a political philosophy to help the average worker and to fight against oppressive business owners, the bourgeoisie. However, this is actually a conspiracy by a power-hungry and ruthless circle who use the disgruntled and ignorant masses to create and maintain an all-powerful centralized government or superstate that they themselves are in control, supplementing previous ruling class with themselves. The Communist Manifesto was first released in 1848 and helped spark the revolution in Russia in 1917, which in turn propelled communism to spread to other nations like North Korea in 1948, China in 1949, and a few others, such as Cuba in 1953. So when you think of Karl Marx, he was not this brilliant man many today believe he was. Indeed, he was a secretary for the greatest secret society this world has ever not known. Do not be mistaken, communism is directly tied to the Illuminati. The gentleman who created the Illuminati, which is Adam Weishaupt, he was a law professor back in Germany in the late 1700s, and he created this organization with the aims of overthrowing the monarchs, the Christian kings of his day, and replace them with communist governments, with him and the inner circles of associates as the new rulers. And see, the word Illuminati, it's simply Latin for the enlightened ones. And they have 5 goals. Number 1, abolish the monarchy and replace all governments. Number 2, abolish private property and inheritance. So see, if they have their way, I can't give this to my child. I can't own a house. Number 3, do away with patriotism and people's national identity and pride. Number 4, break up the family and end marriage so that the government can raise and indoctrinate the children like it's happening today. Number 5, abolish all religion. These are the exact goals that were outlined 70 years later in Marx's Communist Manifesto. This is the foundation of communism. And see, very few people, they're unaware, but George Washington warned about the Illuminati's presence in America. And this was in a letter that's actually preserved right now in the Library of Congress. Let me read you what our founding father said. It was not my intention to doubt that the doctrines of the Illuminati and principles of Jacobinism had no spread in the United States. On the contrary, no one is more truly satisfied of this fact than I am. End quote. George Washington was concerned that doctrines of the Illuminati had spread to the United States, operating under the cover of Freemasonry to separate people from their government. Too evident to be questioned, he said. The same year that he wrote that letter, which was in 1798, a British professor named John Robison wrote a book called Proof of Conspiracy, warning that the Illuminati had infiltrated Freemasonry to create a secret society within a secret society to carry out their aims. The same thing George Washington warned about. And, you know, we've had even more books published going back a century, 2 centuries, over 2 centuries, you know. So for those of you who think the Illuminati isn't real, that it's a conspiracy, they've already been telling us that it's real. What isn't real is what we're being taught now, that the economy is fine and that precious metals, that they're not worth anything. Yet they themselves are buying it. They give us paper money, funny money, and in turn continue to stack up on their silver and gold reserves. Look what's happening right now in our country. It's unbelievable. They're targeting gender norms, the nuclear family, our holidays, our history, capitalism, and freedom of speech. Everything that makes us great, everything that we have known as beautiful, they're eliminating it. They want it eliminated. Look at Black Lives Matter. The founders openly admit that they are trained Marxists. Their words. I took an African American studies class, and I took critical race theory. These classes are platforms used to promote Marxism. And so before you judge what I'm saying, I actually took these classes. In a sense, I was going through indoctrination. I was. Did I fall for it? Heck no. But I went through it. I had to. Otherwise, I was going to get good grades and keep a high GPA for the law schools I wanted to go to. And thank God I kept my high GPA because I put up with it. You know, at the heart of communism is an enormous, all-powerful government that controls every aspect of people's lives, from schools to jobs to healthcare to banking, with a small group of elites living lives of luxury at the expense of the working class. They control the culture and the customs. America, it's not in a good place right now, and we're in a psychological war. It's against us and all Western civilization. They've already weakened the fabric of our society. Divorce is rampant. Much of the youth is disturbingly confused, and people like me, a father, married, we're lacking more than ever. Things have become so dysfunctional that at any moment it seems like we're going to be overthrown from within. Our economy is retracting. No one can deny this. The cost of living is out of control, and Americans have less money today than ever. You know, you're going to be seeing people being forced to liquidate. We already are. This is the greatest rug pull in American history. Do everything in your power today to hedge yourself up against it. Food, water, silver, bullets. That's all you need and should have at any given time. You're an American. With increasing inflation, this is the easiest time to become a millionaire in these United States. What are you doing to get ahead? Remember, the money that you're saving right now, it's devaluing 10 to 15%. This isn't an opinion, it's a fact. All the information's out there. My dividends are bringing me 10 to 15% in profits right now. It works both ways, inflation. So if your money is in the right place working for you, during these hard times, you'll actually make more money. The silver you consistently stack is going to increase 3 to 4 times at the minimum and can already trade for that, depending the investor. It can already trade for 3 to 4 times if you know what you're doing. None of my assets, such as my crypto portfolio, my dividend accounts, or money in my savings is doubling or tripling ongoingly, that is. But my silver is. And that's the phenomenon. of silver. It is the trade of a generation. See, these are just amazing. This actually has silver in it. Another Mont Blanc pen. I bought this pen years ago for like 260 bucks. Long story short, I was seeing it right now selling pre-owned for 400, 450. Pre-owned. And this sucker's, I used it, I showed it off. You know, it's just a super, super cool pen. I would have never thought that these were awesome investments, but they are. If you're in the business world and you guys buy Mont Blancs, can't go wrong. Elephant tusk, silver. And then there's only a limited supply of them, but just awesome coin. I mean, awesome pen. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was Silver Dad Knows. Go to the bottom of my my description. You'll see my my entire collection on eBay. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you guys like this video, please subscribe and shoot me a like. And until next time, guys, as always, God bless America.